if you had told anybody that we were going to spend $300 million a day for 20 years to try to unite the country after we got bin Laden, after Al-Qaeda was wiped out there, can Al-Qaeda come back? Yeah, but guess what? It's already back other places. What's the strategy? Every place where Al-Qaeda is, we're going to invade and have troops stay there? Come on. Anyway, so I just think that, and again, what people are, as I read it, I'm told, 70% of American people think it was time to get out of Afghanistan, spending all that money.
So Joe Biden spent his time in Pennsylvania pretty much trying to defend his Afghan policy. There's a time for that, but I didn't think it was Saturday or yesterday, the day after the commemoration. But Biden knows he really looks bad, and a lot of people have lost confidence in him. His credibility is way down. So he's obsessed with trying to justify Afghanistan, even 20 years later. Now, if you were an aggressive reporter, you would have said to the president, all right, but you could have done this differently and protected the countries of Afghanistan and the United States in a better way by leaving behind a residual force that wouldn't cost hundreds of millions of dollars, but would provide a protection against the rise of ISIS and Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. Now there's no protection for that, just so you know. Now that question might be way beyond Joe Biden's capacity to answer. I believe it probably is. And then you might also ask him about the Taliban raising its flag in Kabul on September 11th. I mean, if this isn't an in-your-face to the American people, there's no such thing. So the Taliban is taunting us, taunting the United States. Didn't have to raise its flag in Kabul on September 11th, but it did, because it doesn't fear us. No one does. No one in the world fears Joe Biden. Weakness leads to bad things. George W. Bush. Now, he is much more in tune to the terror threat because he was the president when we were attacked in 2001. So he has said publicly, but not loudly, one interview with an obscure publication, that the way Joe Biden got out of Afghanistan was not good. So Bush the younger is on record as saying that he disagreed with it. He gave a speech in Pennsylvania on Saturday and said this.
Many Americans struggle to understand why an enemy would hate us with such zeal. The security measures incorporated into our lives are both sources of comfort and reminders of our vulnerability. And we have seen growing evidence that the dangers to our country can come not only across borders, but from violence that gathers within. There is little cultural overlap between violent extremists abroad and violent extremists at home.
Okay, that's true. There's no difference in the World Trade Center attack than the Oklahoma City attack by an American, McVeigh. There's no difference. The intent was to kill civilians to send a message. In both the World Trade Center and the Pentagon attacks and the Oklahoma City. So in that regard, George W. Bush is correct. But he conflates the ongoing jihadist threat with I don't know whether it's growing, but it's small, far-right threat in America. It's infinitesimal. We don't have headlines every day about far-right extremists committing violence in America. They don't exist, but they do exist all over the world. As ISIS every single day, and Al-Qaeda and the other jihadists, kill people, massacre people, civilians. So the conflating of a far-right threat that's small at this point, and it is, with a massive jihadist threat is not, in my opinion, intellectually honest. Now, I put in a call to President Bush. I know him pretty well. I hope he'll come on and discuss it with me. I doubt he will. It's a shame, because that needs to be discussed. Hey, I'm sure you've noticed that everything is getting more expensive, and with all this printing money and spending by the progressives, I'm concerned the dollar's end could be near. If the government continues this way, the dollar could freefall and lose its coveted role as the world's reserve currency. That's why there's never been a more important time to consider gold and silver to protect you and your family. And American Hartford Gold is the only company I'm happy to put my name behind. I have done business with them myself. It just takes a quick phone call, and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. Call 866-501-5201, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.